please. All right. So again, no headphones. Everyone's looking up here. Check it out. Make plans to not have any other plans, but the only plan for Wednesday after school, Algebra 1 tutoring. Please. We got snacks. We got hours you can get back if you've been absent. We have mini games. We got prizes. I got prizes. I got crazy erasers, silly bands, stickers, stamps, Reese's. You know, we got prizes, snacks, fun, math, etc. We want to pass this STAAR test, right? I need everyone looking up here because 90% of y'all are looking down. Look up here. Look. On this warm-up, okay, we want to be able to solve this. 1 second here. Okay, let me tell you, and this should remind you, do y'all remember this guy? Rady the Math Cat. That was fun back in October. Y'all remember that? Or do I need to show you the video again? Tough crowd. Well, anyways, y'all remember Rady would say purr, right? And that was talking about rate of change. That's why the cat was called Rady. And what is rate of change? It's the slope. So here's the question. How do I take a table and get slope? Okay? Here's how we do it. We always go to Desmos and we type in the table. Hit the plus sign. Make sure you're got a Chromebook open. Go to Desmos, hit the plus sign, hit the table. Anytime you got a table, I would highly suggest plugging it in. Okay? We got 2, 5, 8, 10, 9.7, 24.25, 38.8, 48.5. Now here's the deal. If we want the rate of change, we need to get this rate of change. We need to get the slope. And slope, if you remember, is the letter M. Now, when I have M, that reminds me of y equals mx plus b, right? But here's the deal. If you type in y equals mx plus b, it's not going to do anything, right? Do you remember the little tweaks we have to do? What do we have to change about y equals mx plus b? So what's supposed to go next to y and x? 1. y1, x1, right? So let's put that. Still nothing. Wait, what happened? And then no equal sign, we got to put squiggle. Y'all know, like most every time we're doing something, a shortcut in Desmos, we're using squiggle, the tilde. So look, you have to memorize this. Look at me, look at me, look at me. It's not going to be on a formula chart. It's not in your reference materials. You have to just know y1 squiggle mx1 plus b. If you can memorize that, that'll help you big time, because what's the m here? 4.85. So when I did it, I got y equals m 4.85 x plus b, which is 0. What's my m? 4.85. Did you get A on your warm-up? If not, in the future, when you see a table and you see the word rate of change, will you know table y1 squiggle m x1 plus b, m is my slope. Now, what about the next one? What if there is no table, but there's a graph? Did you know that a graph has points, and points make a table? You can take this graph and make your own table. You only need 2 points. How many points do you need? 2 points, right? So we're going to make our own little table here. Ready? Once again, rate of change means slope. Slope is m. Making a little table down here with 2 points. Okay, if I see a point at the origin, that point is 0, 0, right? Only if you see the point at the origin. And then the next point on the grid I see is right here. X value 4, Y value 6, 4, 6. Could I take that little table and put it into Desmos? table 04, 06, and then what do I type? It's like y equals mx plus b, but I have y1. Instead of equals, I put squiggle mx1 plus b. What's my slope? My m value is 1.5. So I got y equals 1.5x plus 0. That's my m and my b. My m slope is 1.5, and that's my answer choice. If you ever need to, you click this to turn it into a fraction, but that fraction, 3 over 2, is not a or c, right? So that's your warm-up. Cool? Make sure you have that down because you're going to turn that in on the way out. Today, here's our little practice. Now, do y'all remember on Friday? Friday? Yeah, Friday. We had a exit ticket on Go Formative in the Google Classroom. So it's already there, but we're going to wait till the last part of class to do that. But for now, you're going to do this practice, and I'll go over it. Okay, so what we just talked about, you're going to get practice doing that right now, 1 through 4, okay? Number 1, here's a table. What do? Plus sign, type it into Desmos. Get my equation. But let me tell you, number 1 and number 3, there is more than one answer. So you might have to graph your answer choices and compare them, okay? I'm going to let you work on this, okay? And we're going to come back together and go over it. All right, so let's see here. All right, look at number 1 here. We have a table, right? And like we said, if you have a table, you can where are you? There we are. If you have a table, you can plug it into Desmos. That way you can get the equation. So here we go. Plus sign, table. The first row is your first column here. And then you have your second. Okay, reminder, what do we press first to get the regression? We type y1 squiggle mx1 plus b, right? Please. So y1 squiggle mx1 plus b. Now, I get y equals negative 1/2 x plus negative 1.5x plus 1.5, right? I did y1 squiggle mx1 plus b. Now, those answer choices don't look like that. And it says we need to choose 3 of these answer choices. So let me tell you what we're going to do here. We're going to type in every one of these answer choices and decide if it is correct. So you tell me. Does that match? No. Mix and X, they're not the same. So it can't be the first one. Let's do the next one. Negative 3/2 x plus 3 over 2. That one, you only see one line because they're overlapping. They are both correct. Well, what about the next one? Negative 3 over 2 parentheses x minus 1. Does that one look correct? It does. Looks like one line, right? And then negative 3 over 2 x plus 1. You can see how they're close, but there's a little gap between them, so it can't be this one. Of course, process of elimination would tell us the last one works, but let's make sure. Negative 3x plus 3 over 2, it is correct. Everybody, does that make sense? You type in the table, y1 squiggle mx1 plus b, and then try typing in your answer choices to see which one matches the line, okay? Number 2, again, if you have a table, you clear everything out, start all over, new table, 1, 3, 7, 8, and 8, 20, 44, 50, y1 squiggle mx1 plus b gives me 6 and 2. Y equals mx plus b, which is 6x plus 2. Cool. So my answer has to be C. I know it's not x, but the variable is n, and it works out, okay? So hopefully you've got one of the answers right on the first one, but it's got to be 3. Number 2, hopefully you got that one pretty straightforward. And then number 3, what do we got to do? Make a table out of these points. I have negative 1 comma 6. I got 2 comma negative 3. And I'm going to do y1 squiggle mx1 plus b. So negative 1, 2, 6, negative 3, y1 squiggle mx1 plus b gives me negative 3 x plus 3. Once again, I want to put in all my answer choices. So y equals negative 3x plus 3 is obviously one of my answers, but the question is, can the other ones work? Now, a positive 3x is not going to give you the same slope, okay? So we'll graph it, but you can see that ain't it. Okay, what about negative 3x plus 1 plus 6? That one looks good, like it's overlapping, right? Okay, what about the next one where it's got minus 2 and minus 3? That one looks good too. What about minus 1 and minus 6? No. Okay, so again, sometimes you have to graph more than one to see if they work. Last one real quick, and this one's kind of weird, but we're going to, again, do y1 squiggle mx1 plus b, but you need a little table. Can you make a little table out of this? 0, 5, 50, and then 10, comma 0. y1 squiggle m x1 plus b. Notice these numbers do not match perfectly the answer choices. You're going to pick the best answer, okay? So my equation is y equals negative 55x plus 550. The closest thing to that is going to be letter D, okay? All right. I need you to do the formative. Go to Google Classroom, open up today's date. I need everyone doing this formative. It's your exit ticket. I need you to do it. So go right here, classwork. At the top, it says 4-7. I need you to open that up, knock that out for me, please. There's a link.